So what's your experience been so far having a child? Because this is something which I obviously have no experience of what that would actually feel like. It's something which I want to someday, I want to have a couple of kids because I feel like I just feel like my life would be empty without it. And I like to experience lots of different things.
Yes.
And that is probably one of the biggest experiences in life, to have kids.
It's wonderful. I can't describe it any other way. It's absolutely wonderful. But it puts I feel, it's going to sound really stupid, I'd feel happier with the idea of dying now that I have kids. If I had no kids and left nobody behind, I think dying would be very sad. There'd be a bunch of supercars sitting somewhere rusting or sold to somewhere else. My house would be taken over by someone else. There's no legacy of me. So having kids is definitely good for that. But also I think it kind of brings into perspective what's important, you know? I think I was a bit wilder before I had kids because the idea of going broke didn't scare me, which sounds crazy, you know, even being who me and Andrew were. It's just like, okay, you know, I mean, we have 31 cars between us. We're very reckless with money, and I still am because I earn a lot. But I think our second supercar, when we bought that, it wiped out our entire bank balance. I wouldn't do that now. I wouldn't wipe out my entire bank balance for some frivolous purchase, which is going to go down in value. I wouldn't do that now. It's made me ever so slightly more responsible because I understand that I now have someone who depends on me. Not just someone who depends on me like my mom, who could get a job if anything went wrong. She's 2. So like she depends on me and it's my job to provide for her. So it's a really cool feeling. It really is. And watching them grow up is a pleasure.
Do you think there's a right time for someone to have kids? Or do you think sometimes you just can't even control it?
No, I don't think there's a right time to have kids. I think it's dependent on the person. I really do think it's dependent on the person. I believe that having kids intentionally when your life is messed up is a very cruel thing to do to somebody. You know, my parents' lives were in order when they had a family, and then it all went to shit. So it became bad, and it could all go to shit for me. You never know. But I think that as long as you have a stable enough job, you're happy enough in your relationship, you know, people are always waiting for, no, let's wait until our relationship is this many times better, or we've been together this many years, etc. I feel like having kids refreshes and rejuvenates things. So, yeah, I don't think there's a right time. I think just, you know, whenever you feel like it.
Yeah.
I actually wish I'd had kids earlier. Now that this is going to sound crazy, but if I could turn back time, some of the ex-girlfriends who I lost when I was 22, 23, 24, when I was flat broke dating these women, I wish I'd got them all pregnant. That'd be cool. Because hear me out. Right now, I'd have like a small army of 15 to 16-year-old people who would be like on my team helping me run the empire. But I don't. So that would have been a massive gamble, though, because actually back then I didn't have shit either. So like literally paying for like rent and food for these kids would have been a problem. But yeah, knowing if I knew how things were going to work out for myself, I would have been less careful about getting these certain women pregnant.